So hi everyone, my name is Aditya Jain and today I welcome you all to the part 2 video of about how you can achieve what people achieve in 4 years in just 1 year of your BTech journey. So friends, we have already created a part 1 of this video which was completely focused on how you can make a career in product based companies. Please check out that video first and then you can check out this video where I'm going to talk about the service based side of it and the other career opportunities for you. Okay, so as a quick recap, we have discussed that you have multiple options after BTech. You have option of a private job, you can have a government job, you can work in a PSU, and you can prefer higher studies. Again, for details, please check out the previous video, which was part 1. Okay, so there we talked about that you can categorize the technical jobs into product based companies and service based companies. And the details of product based companies we have already discussed in that video, part 1 of this. So in this video, we are going to focus on the service based companies and the other opportunities. Okay, so what are the various requirements of working in a service based company? You need to focus on aptitude and your reasoning skills. Okay, it is very important for you to have very good aptitude and very good reasoning skills if you target to work in the service segment. Okay, so most of the service based companies starting round is aptitude round. Like from my experience, I have seen that almost every service based company has their first round as a aptitude round. Okay, here you need to focus on quantitative aptitude, which is percentages, profit and loss, time and work, etc. These are very famous aptitude questions. Okay, and these are also very famous among the various entrance exams as well. So if you plan to prepare for CAT exam, GATE exam, GRE exam, the same aptitude will help you to crack the service based companies rounds as well. Okay, then you have logical reasoning, where the knowledge about puzzles, series, blood relations, these are checked. Okay, again, this is mostly based on pattern matching. Here you should be able to recognize the pattern and should be able to answer the questions. And the third segment is verbal ability, where you get checked on your grammar, comprehension, basically the language side. And this language is usually English. Okay, so this is the major side, which is usually the first round of any service based company. Then you have to focus on your basic programming knowledge. Again, as per my experience, I have noticed that the coding language requirement of a service based company is lesser than that of a product based company. Okay, so the interviews are not that tough as compared to a product based company like Google, Microsoft kind of a company. Okay, so basic knowledge of one of the programming language like C, C++, Java, Python is good enough. You should be having skills which are meeting the requirements of the job that is being offered to you. If you are being hired as a Python developer, the Python is a must. If you are expected to work on softwares, okay, enterprise related solutions, then Java is a must. If you are expected to work in the low latency side like game development, okay, then C++ or C is must. Okay, core CS subjects, so you should have a good understanding of the very core subjects. So here comes your DSA, which is algorithms and data structures. This is the most important skill. No matter where you go, DSA knowledge is expected from you. Then you have object oriented programming concepts, okay, where the concept of abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, these are very much asked. Then DBMS, where the concept of SQL, database, DBMS stands for database management system. Okay, so all the important knowledge around it, like what are primary key, what is secondary key, okay, what is a primary key, what is a I would say your foreign key, all these concepts are very important. Then knowledge about operating system. You know operating system, right? Where the concepts of threads, processes, scheduling, synchronization, deadlock, these are very frequently asked. And then finally, your computer networks. So specifically, if you plan to go in the cybersecurity side, computer networks is a must. Okay, here the concepts of TCP IP protocols. Okay, what is transfer layer, what is your physical layer, all these are very important. Okay, then talking about the various certifications, because I have noticed that service based companies give a lot of importance to certifications. Okay, so do some courses which is market in demand and earn the certificate which is help you to get a job in service based company. Okay, so enroll yourself to courses which will help you crack the interview and you will earn a certificate out of that. Okay, that means you have to crack a certain exam that will give you certification, so you need to earn that certification by cracking it, and that is why it is very much valuable whenever you plan to go for the service based companies round. Okay, so this is one thing that you need to focus on. Okay, and this will help you open lots and lots of job opportunities. Okay, I have myself seen students who are appearing for such exams. They crack those exams, they get certified in that, like AWS certified, Azure certified, and that certification help them crack the best possible jobs. Okay, then you can work on your projects. Okay, if you are a college student, your projects are very important because as I said that the tech jobs are very practical jobs. Okay, so if you say I know this, I know that, that will not add a lot of impact. But on the other hand, if you can tell that, see, I know this skill and I have built this product using this skill, no matter how simple that product is. So I know HTML and CSS, and this is how I have built a website using that. I know app development, and this is the app that I built. I know Python programming, and this is a machine learning model that I built. Such things will help you crack the job. Okay, so website app making on different concept with database connectivity. So this is a very good project. If it's present on your resume, you will definitely be given some extra attention. Then improve your communication skills, which is helpful in your HR and technical rounds. As you all know, there is a separate HR round, okay, where your communication skills, your behavioral skills are getting tested. Please make sure that if you are targeting service-based companies, you are very much having a good command over these topics. Okay. Okay. So now, as we have a good clarity on the service-based companies, let's try to understand the third segment, which is about the government, PSU, or MTech or MS. So I'm combining these options. Okay, I'm combining these options all into one. So if your target is to have government job, PSU, MTech, MS, then you can prepare for GATE exam, which is a very good option. Now, why GATE exam is a very good option? First of all, let's understand that. Because friends, GATE exam is the most reliable exam when it comes to this segment. Okay, so because most of the government jobs written test exam syllabus is very similar to the GATE exam syllabus. Okay, almost every government job syllabus is very similar to the GATE exam syllabus. Okay, so if you're preparing for GATE, then you can easily face any government jobs interview regarding your core subjects, because your core subject basic becomes strong during your GATE preparation journey. And I have myself experienced this when I was a student, right? So I prepared so well for the GATE exam that it helped me crack the interviews at Amazon. I was the only student from the entire college who got selected at Amazon, right? The reason for that was during my GATE preparation, I studied the core subject in so much good depth. Okay, and very few people understand that much depth. The reason being that they have never studied those things ever in college. But GATE exam forces you to study those concepts, because GATE exam is completely based on those concepts. Okay, So when you are preparing for GATE exam, you are meant to prepare the topics in such a way where cracking the interview would be a very easy task for you. Okay, so that's why I said that if your target is any of these, preparing for GATE exam is a very, very great option. Okay, perfect. So most of the PSU doing requirements through GATE exam only, or if they conducting separate exam, then also you can easily crack it if you prepared well in GATE. Okay, so now many students complain, okay sir, GATE is important, but sir, there are lots of PSUs who conduct their own separate exam, like and there are other institutes as well, like ISRO is one, BARC is one, right? So these are separate institutes which conduct their own exam, and lots of PSUs as well. Lots of PSUs have started conducting their own exam, their own interviews, their own selection process. So then, sir, why GATE? That's a very good question. So the reality is that almost 80 to 90% of the syllabus will be same as GATE exam. Whatever you are studying in GATE exam, almost 80-90% will be relevant to you for those PSU jobs as well. Okay, so if you study well for GATE exam, it is like one shot, multiple targets hit. So if you prepare well for GATE exam, you can crack the GATE exam, and you can crack this other PSU related jobs as well, other PSU interviews as well. The reason being, the GATE exam is 80-90% overlap. So whatever you're studying for GATE exam will help you in all of these segments. Okay, and that's where you should invest your time and efforts. You should always invest your time and efforts where there are lots of opportunities, so that if you don't get one, you have another waiting for you, right? So this is why you need to prepare for GATE exam very, very well. It will help you in many, many ways: PSUs, government jobs, GATE exam to get into MTech, okay, and to pursue MS from India, and in your job interviews as well. Okay, so if your target is MTech MS, then GATE exam will give you a path through that you can do your MTech MS degree from ISC, top IITs, top NITs, or other prestigious institutes in India. So I myself have followed that path, my dear friends. Okay, I have appeared for GATE exam. I secured All India rank 60 in that in my very first attempt, where around 1 lakh students have given the exam. And then I got into IIT Bombay to pursue my masters. I pursued my masters in data science for 2 years. And after that, I got placed as a data scientist at Dream11, where I worked with a very exceptional cutting edge technology. So the reason was that I had this career because I got into IIT via MTech. Okay, so unfortunately during BTech I didn't had good guidance, and I know that many of you can relate to that. That during BTech we were not having that right guidance. We were not able to crack JEE exam, but GATE exam is giving us second chance. It is giving us second chance to crack and to get into our dream IITs. So let's grab that. Okay, we should grab that chance. Okay, so this is a very good option that you have. So these all points will help you understand that why GATE exam is important. Okay, now if we talk about, okay sir, you have told us that why GATE exam is important. That's fine, we accept that, but also tell us how to prepare, because you are telling us that it is important, but then what do we do? We know that it is important, but what do we do about it? Okay, so for that I have came up with a 1-year plan for you. It's a very good strategy. Okay, this strategy will help you prepare for GATE exam in just 1 year. To be very honest with you, 1 year is more than sufficient. I myself have prepared for GATE exam in just 7 to 8 months. That is almost half the time than what you guys are having. Okay, so let's see. 1 year is enough time to prepare well for GATE exam. In your preparation journey, you should follow these steps. So I have broken down the entire GATE preparation journey into multiple steps. First, syllabus completion, then revision, then practice, and then test series. The first is syllabus completion. Many students directly jump onto practice, directly jump onto test series, but that's of no use. You only think that's of no use, right? Unless and until your subjects are not clear. unless and until you have not covered the entire syllabus. How you will get better clarity on the test? How will you know when a test question comes with a blend of multiple concepts? How will you crack it, right? So you need to have a very good understanding of the syllabus completion. That means you should complete every topic in detail. Okay, because GATE can ask question from any topic. It might happen that you have studied 90% of the subject and you have left 10%, and all the questions can come from that 10%. I'm not scaring you. I'm just saying that there is nothing called very important or not so important. Everything is important unless and until you are gambling with your GATE, okay, with your GATE rank. If you want to gamble, if you want to believe on luck, then you can obviously study some subjects or study some topics and can ignore others. But if you don't want to gamble, if you want to have very good hold over your rank, then every topic is must, and that's why completion of syllabus is must. So usually I suggest students to complete their syllabus by September end or October mid. That's the best time to cover your syllabus. Once you have completed the syllabus, revision is important. Obviously, if you don't revise anything, you will not remember it. And if you don't remember it, you will not be able to crack the exam. Simple, right? So we are not just studying a storybook. We are not studying just to consume data. We are studying something to crack an exam. Okay? And unless and until we are not able to remember it, unless and until we are not able to crack the exam with that knowledge is of no use to us, right? So please keep in mind that revision is very important. In fact, during my preparation, I used to be like, if I'm not studying something for 2 times, at least 2 times, I will not study it at all. That was the rule I followed, and it helped me a lot. If I'm not studying something for at least 2 times, I will not study it at all. Because just studying 1 time, I will anyways not remember it, and it will be waste of time and efforts. Okay. Third is practice. Now, practice and syllabus completion can go hand in hand. What do I mean by that? You have completed 1 topic, practice questions on that topic. You have completed 1 subject, practice questions on that 1 subject. Okay. So practice and preparation will go hand in hand. Okay. How can you practice? The best way to practice is to have enrolled to a very good course. So you can check out our courses at Wallah. We are providing one of the best and the most premium courses. We ourselves teach you each and every subjects. We have a dedicated faculty who will be helping you with a particular subject. Okay. So that's the best way. And when it comes to practice, we have DPPs, we have weekly tests. You also have previous year questions. Previous year questions are the best resource to practice for the GATE exam. Okay. So please take the previous year questions book, or please try to look for the previous year questions on the internet and solve them. Those are the most important practice questions. And then you come across test series. So once you have done revision, once you have completed the syllabus, revision is done, practice is done, then you can test your knowledge with the help of test series. And we recommend you starting with your test series November onwards, full length test series. Topic wise test series, subject wise test series, you can do as and when you are done with the subject. But the entire full length test series of the entire 65 questions, 3 hours test, that you can do once you are done with the entire revision. So you can target November end or December beginning for that. Okay. Perfect. So the target is that complete the GATE syllabus as soon as possible, as I said. Okay. Then revise concepts periodically and making the short notes. Short notes will help you revise the concepts just before the exam. Okay. So please do that. Solve at least 10 years of GATE previous year question. At least 10 years. I myself have solved 15 years of GATE papers, but I am recommending you only 10 years of GATE paper. Please do that. And give test series so that you can evaluate yourself before exam. Okay. So as I said, previous year questions and test series. These are the 2 most important and mandatory skills and mandatory steps during your GATE preparation. Okay. So please enroll yourself to one of the best test series. Okay. We also create a test series of our own. You can check that out. And solving previous year questions is a must. Now the next question comes, sir, how many times previous year questions shall be solved? At least 3 times. At least 3 times. You should solve previous year questions at least 3 times. I have solved previous year questions 3 times. Okay. Sometimes I have also solved for some subjects 4 times. So please solve previous year questions at least 3 times. That means once you have completed entire book, then after 1 month you have completed entire book, then after 1 month you have completed entire book. It's not like solving the same question 3 times at the same time. That will not help. In regular intervals you should follow this. Okay, so yeah friends, this is what I wanted to share with you. Okay, in next video we are going to talk about the GATE exam pattern and the very good preparation series, preparation steps, preparation strategy for CS and DA subjects. So stay tuned for the third video on this topic, because we are segregating it into the relevant segments. Okay, so this was mostly about service based companies and about why GATE is a very good option. In the next video we are going to talk about the preparation strategy for GATE exam, for CS exam, for DA exam, what to prepare, how to prepare. And in the first part of this video, we have talked about how to crack the interviews of a product-based companies. You can check that out on the channel. With that, my name is Aditya Jain and I wish you all the very best. See you in the next video. Take care.